Okay, tonight on Triple J, the music there of Canadian duo Crystal Castles, who actually came to Australia late last year just for a couple of weeks, but so far in 2008, their name has been plastered on so many UK music magazines and also throughout Europe as well, where they're talked about as being one of the next big things on the music scene. They originate from Toronto, the duo being the music man, Kath, and the vocalist, Alice Glass. They started out a few years ago to do something new. Both of them were pretty dissatisfied with what they had done with their previous bands, and they wanted to try to do something completely different. They put the guitars down, they picked up synthesizers, they sampled stuff, and they came up with what they thought was something fresh and invigorating. They started to release their bedroom recordings, and now, just in the last 6 months, they've collected those together on a self-titled album. Now, their live shows are something to talk about. They often descend into complete chaos. I asked Ethan when I spoke to him recently, why are they so disastrous? And he gave me a few examples.
Say at one show, people were stopping Alice from singing because people were jumping on stage and like trying to hold on to her. So the club got security guards to just form a chain in front of her so people wouldn't be able to get to her. And they were still jumping over the security guards. And that led to security guards beating people up. And one kid getting dragged past me, his head covered in blood.
Hang on, with that show, did you stop it as soon as you saw stuff like that? Did you just pull the plug?
No, we played our full set.
How did you feel on stage when you saw that sort of stuff happening?
I just couldn't believe it. I was shocked, obviously. Another show, we were playing a house party, like an after-hours kind of thing. And there were noise complaints. So police came to shut down the show, and instead of complying with the police, everyone at the show just threw their beer bottles at the police. So that led to the police calling in for backup, which arrived in the form of a police helicopter. And that was another disaster because people started throwing the beer bottles at the helicopter, which resulted in broken glass all over the streets.
Jesus. And how did that one resolve itself?
Well, that one we just left.
You escaped through the back door?
We just disappeared while bottles were like flying everywhere. Did
they get a lot of coverage? Which city was that in?
That was in LA.
Oh my God. The LA police, man, they must have had red in their eyes after you played.
I'm not even sure they knew what band it was, you know?
That's a heavy duty police force really in LA, isn't it?
Yeah. If we ever wanted to do a video with a police helicopter, and it would cost so much money, you know, and it just like came for free. Like,
did you have
an appearance at our show? Did
you have cameras going? Did you film?
No, we've never brought cameras with us.
So why do you engender this sort of reaction from your fans and from these shows, do you think?
I really have no idea. I don't even understand why anyone's listening to us. Personally, there's a million people making music at home, you know, like these are just bedroom recordings that were done years ago, and we both know a lot of people who do the same thing, you know. Everyone has a program on their computer now. Everyone's making their own songs. I don't understand why anyone's listening to ours. I don't understand the reaction that we get at shows. This is just all really surprising and shocking to us.
I know you guys set out to do something different. Do you think that's part of it? Do you think that you actually are achieving that and people are kind of hearing it for what it is, i.e. something new and special?
I know that when we started, we were just, you know, it was a personal challenge to ourselves to try something new because we were both in bands that were not original at all. Like, she was in a noise punk band and she would play shows with 7 other noise punk bands. And then I was in a heavy metal band, and going to shows was really boring because there was another 6 bands on the bill that sounded like us, and we were both bored of doing that, and we said let's try something new. And coming from that guitar-oriented world, playing with electronics seemed new to us. We had no idea that there's so many bedroom producers out there fooling around with the same sounds. We just made our own sounds.
And that one from the Crystal Castles album is called Air War, and their self-titled album is out now. That was Kath, one half of Crystal Castles, having a chat to me recently here at Triple J, and he mentioned that they're going to be travelling to Japan in October, and they're looking at putting together a second Australian tour. They came here late last year. They're looking at coming back to Australia around about October time, straight after those Japanese shows.
2008.
New releases every Sunday evening.
Triple J.